I'm Jeannie, and I'm here from Jimmy Bean's Wool, and I love to learn new things. And I was just teaching a great gal how to knit the other day and directed her to our website for instructional videos and realized I don't have basic cast-on videos on there. So I decided to get some up and running for you. And one of my favorite beginning cast-ons is called the long tail cast-on, and the reason is it's because it has a long tail. So you begin by, don't zoom in too much yet here, Chris. You begin by having your working yarn coming to the right here and having a long tail to the left. A quick little tip, if you want to be sure your tail isn't too long, is you can grab a little bit of your tail and wind around your needle loosely the number of stitches you need to cast on, and then add a couple inches. So say if I was casting on 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 stitches, we'll go with that. And I'll take that off my needle, add a little bit, and that's where I'm going to do my slip knot, which is the way I start. And there are a lot of ways to do this long tail cast on. My way is just one way. So we begin with a slip knot where you make your yarn a little loop, kind of those little bows for all the, things. Just a little loop. With your left hand, you take your fingers, go through the loop, reach through, and grab the working yarn portion of your work, pull it through like this, and you have created a knot that will slip, that doesn't stay knotted if you need it to be loose. You slip it through onto your needle. Let me show you the slip knot one more time. Create a loop. Okay, whoops. How's that for, can you see it okay, Chris? Yeah. Alright, create a loop with an X. Take your left hand, thumb and forefinger through the center of the loop, reach over, grab your working yarn and pull it through. And then just kind of gently snug it up. The thing most people like to do when they're doing a long tail is they do it a little too tight, and so that makes their first row of stitches too snug. So try to loosen up, and now you can see I have snugged my stitch up, but I've left a little space. So now I have my long tail on one side and my working yarn over here on the other side, and I'm holding one needle in my right hand horizontally. I like to take my index finger and my thumb on my left hand, put it through the yarn that's hanging down, well, duh, and then take these three fingers. You want to grab both pieces of your yarn. As I do that, I let my fingers loosen up, lay back, and I pull this whole bunch of business down with my needle, using my needle as the tension. You take the tip of the needle and go under this loop on your thumb, around this loop on your index finger, under the loop on your thumb, around the index finger, which creates a loop here on the thumb yarn, and you pull this through and just kind of let it fall off your thumb. So again, and go back to the beginning. If you get confused, go back to the beginning. Let everything kind of drop. Take your index and thumb and go through that tent, teepee, I don't know. What is that? A doorway that the yarn creates. Make sure you grab both pieces of yarn with your other three fingers. Let your index finger and thumb fall out. Bring your needle down, which gives a little tension. Go under this loop on your thumb and around your index finger, and then back through the loop on your thumb. And if you just pull your thumb out, you're snugged up. And you notice, I can still move this. You want to be able to move this because your first row can be way too snug. So down, around, loop. Now, I know I'm going really fast, and you will be able to go really fast too. So I'm going to do it a little bit slower one more time, and the neat thing about these videos is you can play them over and over at your leisure to really get that technique. And don't be frustrated. This is a really practical technique. There's a lot of other ways to cast on, but this is one of the first ones that I ever learned, and I use it a lot. So we go through with our index finger and our thumb, 3 fingers around, Drop those fingers, the thumb and the forefinger. Use your needle to tension the yarn. Tip of the right hand needle through that loop on your thumb, around the yarn on your index finger. Let your thumb fall off, and you have just cast on with the long tail cast on. And it's that simple. So I am Jeannie from Jimmy Bean's Wool. I love teaching you new stuff, and let me know what you want to learn, and enjoy knitting. Happy knitting. Have a great day.
Thunder rumbles on this American summer night. There's kids on the corner stuck in a switchblade fight. Rock and roll bands play for the girls